Hello everyone, welcome to the April Showers Brings May Flowers Hop. I'm Becky and I'm your host for this hop. We have the lovely and talented Jackie as our co-host. We have gotten together with a group of very talented content creators and we've put this hop together for you. Now in this hop you have the chance to be entered into a drawing for a $200 gift card. All we ask is that you watch our videos in their entirety and you leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. Now I will be drawing the winner on April the 19th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. In my description box below, you will find the link to the next person in the hop. I want to thank you all for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the content that we've put together for you today. Again, thank you. Have a blessed day.
DIY number 1. I have these 2 flower wooden cutouts that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going in with some Waverly Antique Wax. I will be applying to the front, sides, and backs of both pieces. Okay, now what I have is some wooden beads, and I found a simple way to stain them. You just put them in a baggie and pour just a little bit of antique wax in on top of them. Close it up, seal it up, and just take your hands and mush it around, and then take your hands and lay them out flat, and they will dry. I was like, oh yeah, I love this technique. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be going around the flower here, and I'll just be gluing them down, and I will be leaving the top part of the flower open, and I won't be adding any beads to that. And I won't make you sit through the torture of all of it, so I'll do most of it off camera. Okay, we have that all done. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting this other piece on top of it and kind of sandwiching it together. And then I go in with the hot glue, and I started to add it on the beads, and then I got to looking, it was dripping out on the sides. So I just decided to go in and add the glue to the inside part of the cutout flower. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this one down on top of it. And I'm going to kind of put a little bit of pressure on it, just so that it'll hold. Okay, I went in and took some Jenga blocks and made a little stand for it. And I'm just going to be going in and adding some florals that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And I have these beautiful pale pink cattails. Oh, I knew I had to incorporate them in something. So like I said, I'm just going in and building up my florals And I'll be having to go in and straighten them up at the, afterwards. And I'm adding in some white ones as well. Then I found these really beautiful green flowers. And I thought, first I wondered, well, how's the green going to go with the pink? And actually it turned out very, very pretty. I'm thinking outside the box. This is like something that's not my normal. But I like using these different colors. Okay, here's the final reveal. I think it turned out beautiful. Let me know what you think in the comments below. DIY number 2. Okay, I'm outside. I'm getting ready to spray paint this little pail. And I'm using some charcoal gray. And I'm just giving it two coats of paint for a complete coverage on this. It was such a beautiful day in mid-Missouri. I just had to get outside and do something. Okay, so here's this little pail. And I had a piece of burlap in my stash. And it was already kind of frayed on the sides. So I thought that this would look really, really pretty on this little pail. And I'm just going in and I'll be adding just a little bit of hot glue to close it up. And off camera, I didn't get it filmed, but I did make a jute twine bow, or a flower, for the front of it. Now I'm going to be going in with just a square of floral foam. Sorry, this is just a little bit off camera here, but I went in with some lamb's ear, which actually I ended up taking the lamb's ear out, and I added some hydrangeas. But I'm adding these beautiful floral picks from the Dollar Tree. I mean, Dollar Tree is rocking it with their florals this year. Oh, you can find just about anything. They have the really bright daisies and all that kind of stuff. I love it. And I'm just going in and filling it in. Trying to, space them out. Trying to get the colors right. And if you're a crafter, you understand about changing things around. Like you have to make sure you get it just perfect. Here is the final end product. And I did add some lavender in there as well, just to give it a little pop of color. I think it turned out gorgeous. And I'll probably be ending up giving this one to my mom as well. She always seems to end up getting all of my florals that I make. DIY number 3. I have this smaller size wreath form, and I'm just going to go in with some Dollar Tree, the Nautical rope, and I'm going to add some hot glue down. And then what I'm going to do is just go around and weave this all the way around the little wreath. No, I should have said wrap. I'm sorry. wrap it around the wreath. And I will tell you, it took about 1/4 of another package to complete this project. And when I went to get the second package and I opened it and I started using it, I realized that it was a lot thicker than the other package. So I don't know if y'all knew that. Just kind of a little heads up that there's 2 different sizes. But I made it work. I put the thicker side on this side that I would be adding my florals to. You can kind of see where it's a little bit thicker, but it did work out. And I'm just going to be going in. I have these solo wood flowers that I absolutely love. You can order any color, and I will leave the link to their company in the description box below. And I'm just going in, adding these orange colors with some lighter colored peach and sort of some gray colors. Now what I was going to do is going to go in and make a bow, which I made the bow, completed it, and added it onto the wreath. But I decided eventually to take it off because I thought it was just too much. It was like overpowering. The size of it was way too large. So I just ended up just making like a little holder, a little strap, I should say, to go, on the top of the wreath. And that worked out just fine. And you can see me, I'm just going to town making this bow. And then once I got it on there and I started fluffing it out, that's when I realized, nope, this isn't going to work. And here I'm making another tail because for some reason I always end up one tail short. I'm still in the process of learning bow making. I think I'm going to take a few days and just sit down and watch some instructional videos so I can learn that properly. Here I am gluing it to the top. Like I said, I'll be fluffing out each one of the sides, and then I'll stop and look at it, and you know how it is when you're a crafter. And then I think, oh no, that's too big. So I decided to push them back up in there. And it was still too big, so I just, like I said, I just took it off. And here's the final project. It is simple, but I really like it like this without the bow. I love the color of the flowers. I don't think it's overpowering or anything. I think it turned out just fine. And I want to thank you all for stopping by, and you have a wonderful day.